Good morning, guys. Well, I say good morning. It might not actually be morning when you're watching this, but it's certainly morning here. In fact, knocking my tea over nearly. God, it's 5:30. I've been suffering with a bit of insomnia recently, so waking up early has kind of become a thing now. But I wanted to use this time to actually try and record this intro to my new YouTube channel, At Home with Fizzy. And I'm staying in a really nice hotel, so I'm not actually in the home, which has been a delight. I love a good hotel, and I'm going to have a hotel breakfast soon, which is very exciting. But I spent a lovely weekend catching up with friends and kind of just having some fun, and then the aim was to check into a hotel because there was a strike on the train, so I couldn't get back, bring my camera and get recording. Because in the spirit of kind of being open and upfront with you guys right from the start, this isn't my first rodeo at trying to do this. Last night was another attempt, and there have been quite a few before as well. And there's been a lot of repeating the same thing, trying to say something in a different way, just being really self-critical and deleting things and trying over and over again. And being perfectionist doesn't really help this process, and it's not kind of what I want the channel to be about, because I do want it to be an honest account of kind of the journey that I'm on and kind of that I'm going on, as corny as that sounds. Yeah, this is where it gets a bit tricky. Being seen is something that I can find difficult, especially kind of when it requires me to be vulnerable. And it's something that I want to improve on, and that's kind of part of what this is about as well. But when you're kind of staring into the black abyss of a camera lens and you know that it's all going out on YouTube, it does all become a little bit terrifying, I have to admit. But that's okay, because I've decided to face that fear, because often the fear of the fear is often worse than actually kind of doing it itself. Sorry, I may keep looking down. I've written a little cue card for myself. Okay, next part. So, what's At Home with Fizzy all about? Well, that's $1 million question, isn't it? And the one that I've been trying desperately to answer on so many occasions. I suppose the undercurrent of kind of the channel is all focused around self-care and my journey off that experience. And I'm not here to preach. I am by no means perfect at this particular topic. But I suppose in the last couple of years it is something that I have tried to focus on and have tried to bring into my life more. And I found some things that work for me, and I want to share that with you guys and with my own family, who are also going to be getting involved in the channel. There's my lovely husband and my amazing twin 9-year-old boys, who were very much kind of the inspiration behind putting At Home with Fizzy on YouTube. You know, they're very much part of the YouTube generation. They absolutely love it. And I'm often astounded by kind of some of the things that they're watching and kind of just the variety of things that are out there. They also watch some stuff that rots my brain a little bit, but everybody has their own tastes. And I wanted to combine something that they were interested in with something that I have a passion for and kind of do it all together. And it's certainly something that they've expressed a want to do. Well, it was, until they saw me trying to record this video, and they were like, "Mum, you're just being really boring, just talking over and over again." And I actually got to teach them irony, which I suppose is the silver lining in the cloud. So we'll be trying out a whole host of different activities, from kind of things to do with food and relationships around food and trying new things, ways of cooking, to kind of exercise, which I smile at because exercise and I have always had a rather sporadic relationship, and that's kind of putting things nicely. And I live in a house full of kind of quite physically fit specimens. So I'm going to kind of harness some of that raw boy energy that I have so readily at my disposal. Oh, it's a little bit lukewarm. I'm known for only having half a cup because I really like hot tea and I always forget it. So yeah, we're going to be vlogging about that and showing you some stuff, and we'd really like you to get involved and kind of try some of the things along with us, because if kind of our experience enriches our lives but then can also help other people and other people get involved in what we're doing, then that's what I'm really passionate about, and I suppose it's kind of the aim of the game. Whether people watch it, I don't know, but that's what I'd really like to happen anyway. Okay, refer to my notes again, see if I've got anything else that I want to say on that. Oh, this is as far as I got last night. Moving on, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Well, I suppose to me it's an elephant, and I don't know if it is to everybody else, but in any situation it's often something that I just like to get out there quite early on. And that's, by now I'm sure you've noticed the fact that I do have one hand. A little visual demonstration for you there. And I don't have a dramatic story to regale you with. I do leave that to one of the twins. He once told his whole reception class at carpet time that whilst I was travelling in India, I was bathing in a river and it was bitten off by a crocodile, which is full of inaccuracies because I've never been to India. I'd love to go. I don't think I'd be bathing in a river where there was even a sniff of a crocodile, and I was just born with it, so nothing quite so dramatic. But it was a fun story though, so I love children's reactions. They're so healthy and honest, and they just say what they think, which is really refreshing. But being born with one arm has meant that I've just adapted. You know, we as humans are very adaptable by nature, and I can do pretty much anything, and I always have the attitude that I'd like to try something myself rather than kind of asking for help, surprisingly. So if there's something that I can't do, I will often work tirelessly to find a way that it works for me, even if that does make my life slightly harder sometimes, except for changing a duvet cover. We've got a king duck feather duvet and life is just too short for that. So there are some things where the one arm card will come in, just because namely I don't want to do it. I don't really know if there's much else to say about the arm at this point, but it's something that will obviously factor in to the channel because I do things in a different way, and I have kind of the one arm hacks, if you like. And people are often really interested in how I do things, and they, you know, it's always, God, I never thought you'd be able to do that. Things like painting my own nails, and so you know you'll be seeing things like that, and you'll be seeing me kind of adapting and kind of often struggling and fumbling and dropping things. But I don't think that's anything to do with having one arm. I used to blame it on the fact that apparently I am actually left-handed, which was probably hard at one point in my early life. But it's definitely not the reason now. I do have a bit of a clumsy disposition, and this weekend, in fact, I was referred to as a liability, which I suppose is harsh, but also fair. I think kind of that's it. I think I finally managed to record this post, so I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed my first kind of proper video about At Home with Fizzy, and you kind of get an idea of what the channel's about and why I'm doing it. Please like the video, share, leave any comments, hopefully nice ones, and do whatever we kind of do on YouTube. Please follow me on Twitter and like me on Instagram. Hopefully that should appear down here or down here, depending on my editing skills, if I can even do that. If not, I will just put another quick little snippet in here of what those actually are, because I've forgotten completely now for now. Is there anything else that I need to say? They're not here to remind me. No, I think that's everything. So thanks again, guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye!